Hi, I'm Stefan, the BMW DIY guy, and do you want to protect the incredibly vulnerable front radiators of your BMW G87? Let me show you how. All right, guys, let's talk about the reason why you're going to probably want to install these on your BMW, but especially the new G87 M2. I have never seen a BMW with more exposed radiators. Not only your oil cooler from underneath, but all of your heat exchangers and your radiators in the front are basically wide open to rocks. Now, I've already seen several reports of G87 owners taking a rock. Let's see, it was called the $1,600 rock. Yeah. And you know what? Your warranty's not going to cover that. Your insurance might, but your warranty won't. They call that road damage, and you're going to be out $1,600 or more, depending on what's going on, and potentially broken down by the side of the road. So as soon as I got my G87, I could not wait till Zunsport put these out. They're brand new, and I want to show you how to install them. It's definitely a worthy investment. I like the way they look, and they're going to keep you from getting broken down by the side of the road and have a $1,600 rock. Let's jump in and let's get started. All right, y'all. So this install is really simple. As you can tell, I've already put some painter's tape kind of top and bottom, because the last thing I want to do is scrape this up as I potentially put it in. It shouldn't, but I also believe in being careful. So as we do this, as you look, you can see there are these little hooks. And what you're going to want to do is those hooks are going to go down and behind, and they're going to push down in and grab a hold. You can see where my fingers are. They're going to grab a hold of that plastic, and that's what they're going to hang on to. But when they first go in, you know, they're tipped up a little bit. So you're going to want to get a screwdriver. And once you get this into place, you're going to reach through and push that hooked tab down. You're going to take it and you're going to push it all the way in here, and then push that tab down into place so it grabs onto the plastic, see? And you're going to want to do that both top and bottom. Now, when you go through this, make sure that they're secure. As you can tell, with the painter's tape here, it might be a little bit harder to get it out, but I don't want to scrape up my plastic. But you're going to want to do this top and bottom. As you can see, it's already hung on fairly well, because you want to push it in, and that tab will reach up and grab the plastic trim on both top and bottom, and this side will be done. Really straightforward. It's going to be the same on the other side. I'm not going to show that side, so let's go ahead and move to the center. All right, again, so this is where I'm going to suggest using a little bit of painter's tape. You don't want to scrape up your car. Now, I've gone ahead and taken the hooks on this side. I've bent them out just a little bit, bent this one out just a little bit, and we're on the left side, our passenger side of the car, so you can see the orientation. This bigger, longer hook goes to the center of the car. The shorter one goes to the outside of the car. I find that if I put this one on first, and if I'm just going to kind of press it back into place, because again, we're going to get hooked around that plastic. So I'm going to press back, and the only problem is you can't get your hand back behind here because of the ducting, but you're just going to press and just get this pressed up into place like that. There we go. So once that back hook is set, you're going to want to reach through. Again, you can use a plastic trim tool, or you can use a screwdriver, and press through and press the longer hook, kind of curve it in to get it hooked back. What you do is you want to press back past the plastic line. So when you press that hook in, when you let go, that tension lets go, the hook actually grabs onto the plastic. Okay, so go ahead and get both of those hooks set, and we're going to move to the center piece next. All right, so if you haven't done the other side, go ahead and do that. I've already done that. Now, the center screen, same thing. You've got these same hooks. You've got 4 total, 2 top, 2 bottom. The rounded side goes on the bottom. So when you put this on, don't put it on try to put it on the wrong orientation. So the 90-degree bend is the top, the rounded side is the bottom. I've got a little bit of tape on again, just to get this on carefully, because the last thing I want to do is score up my car. So just pop that right in place. Yeah, and that one popped in really nicely. So that one, yeah, did really, really well. There we go. So that one took very little adjustment. You would do the same thing. You just reach through and press down on the hooks and press up on the hooks to get them to set a little bit more, a little bit tighter. But that went in really nicely with very little adjustment. Now, I'm going to check it again. I'm going to reach through and press down on those hooks a little bit just to make sure that they're in. The other cheat that I figured out a little bit is that if you end up with, if you can see my painter's tape is underneath the screen, you can actually lift the screen just enough. There's just enough room in it that you can actually lift it a little bit to get your tape out. I'll find that hook again, and I'll reach through and just make sure there's the hook right there. Just press down on it a little bit, make sure it's set in really deeply, but it's on there really, really well. So again, my cheat to lift just a little and not get the tape torn off from underneath the screen, but really straightforward, just like that. Okay, so with that, we're all done. This looks really, really good. I love the look of these screens on my previous car. I'm convinced I'm gonna love this as well. And finally, finally, I've got some protection for all of my radiators behind all of this. All right, so go ahead and wrap up, clean up, put your tools away. All right, so go ahead and wrap up, clean up, put your tools away. This is not a hard project to do at all. It only takes a few simple tools, and I really believe in the Zunsport screens. I had them on my F87. They gave me a degree of confidence that my radiators were protected, and the G87 is even more exposed. Candidly, I would not own a G87 without Zunsport screens. So make sure to check them out. The link for the product will be in the video description below. I'm really grateful and have a sense of security actually having these on my car. Thank you to Zunsport for making such a fantastic product. I couldn't wait to get them on my car, and you should too. Please make sure to click like and subscribe. It makes a huge difference to my channel. It honestly does. And then you'll get notifications as I have new content coming out, and I have a ton of new videos to bring you guys. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you on my next project.